It has been way too long, and this is my fault. I was allowing the demonic forces and everything evil to overtake me and blind me of what was truly important and how God was working through me and working for me. And I allowed my own pain not only to blind me, but to seclude myself and bring me away from not just God, but the church and my family and my friends. And for that, I am sorry. And I won't let that happen again. And this is why. So, this weekend, I went to see the movie The Shack. And I had heard things about it, how it wasn't biblical, and you just need to be wary of things like that. And I took that, and when I went to go see the movie, I did leave an open spirit because I knew it was trying to send a message out there of Jesus, of God, of the Holy Spirit, and what they truly are and how they work for us. And it broke me down. 5 minutes into the film, it broke me down. And yes, there were things in it. There was a few things, just very few things that weren't biblical. But if you are a Christian or you do have questions on it, it is a great film because it gives a very good perspective on what God truly does for us, how He walks with us daily, how He heals us, and what God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit truly mean. And I don't know, like, I've always had questions, and I still do. Of course I do, because you can't truly explain who God is and what He truly does, because we can never truly understand it or even fathom it. So I still have questions, of course I do, but it gave me a great insight of what it truly means, not just to be a Christian, but to walk in the life for Christ. So I guess you could still call me a Christian, but I don't like that. I'm a child of God. I'm living for Christ. And no matter what I'm going through, I always have to remember that Jesus is always there for me. There's a scene, and it makes me laugh, and it just, because the guy is sitting in the boat, and Jesus is like, look, you're going to sink. Step on the water with me, trust me, and I promise you I won't fail you. And of course the dude's hesitant, very scared, timid, and whatnot, but when he finally realizes that when he truly trusts Jesus and he allows Him to work for him, there's nothing he can't do. And later on in the film, he got so used to walking on water with Jesus that he went to go see God, and he went to go walk across the water, and his feet started to sink in the water. And Jesus kind of, not laughs at him, but laughs at the situation. He goes, doesn't really work well without me, doesn't it? How about we go together? And it just like opened my eyes, like, you can't do anything on your own. You just can't. You cannot. I tried it for years and years and years, and it got me nowhere. And then when I finally put my faith in Jesus and truly trusted Him to take over my life, I have a joy that I can't explain. And that's, I don't know, I guess that's what I'm trying to, what message I'm trying to give to y'all, is no matter what you're going through, no matter the situation, no matter how tragic or how sad or depressing or hurtful it is, give it to Jesus. Surrender it all. And I don't just mean like for that day and then carry on for a week and be like, oh man, I'm starting to get down again. Again, surrender it. It is a daily walk. It's not going to be easy. And that's what I learned about walking in Christ, is it's not easy. It never will be. But I boast in that because I know I'm weak. I know that without Jesus, I can't do anything. But when I do realize that, I go, all right, Jesus, look, I need you. I need you now. I've been doing it. Can't do it anymore. I got to give it to you. I want to give it to you. And granted, it may not be instant, but that's fine, because I know that Jesus walks with me, and He lives in me, and He lives in you. You just have to recognize it. You have to see it. You have to be able to... What's up, Keith? You have to be willing to surrender it, yes, but like you have to give your all. You can't just give half. All right? You truly want to walk with Christ, give Him your all, because I promise you, you will not fail. And if you do fail or anything bad happens, I promise you it's not of God. It's not from Him. He is protecting you from something. And that's another thing that I had a hard time accepting, because I was wanting to do so many things in my life, and who's to say I'm not going to be able to still do those? But I was doing them without Christ. And that's where I learned that I can't do it. But guys, I appreciate you guys being patient. I'm sorry, but I promise you these videos will be back up weekly. It's Sunday. I hope you all have an amazing week. I'm praying for you guys. Be praying for me and my family. Guys, I hope you all have an amazing week. I love you, and this has been Cruz Confessions. Later, guys.